15. 15. 15. 15. 15. 15. Do y'all know why I'm saying 15?
Oh boy.
15.
Wow.
You know why I'm saying 15, Mike?
Yeah.
One, you know why I'm saying 15?
What is that, kid? Why is that?
Why is it 15? Because I got a migraine right now.
The LA Chargers had 15 plays in the second half total. The fuck was we looking at? The hell is we? What the hell? What the hell was that? 15 plays the Chargers had in the second half.
Wow. Oh my God. Oh my God.
4 interceptions. Stop running the fucking football. Running jet sweeps on third down.
And they did that like 2 or 3 times.
What the hell did we just see here? You had a bye week. You had 2 weeks to prepare. And we literally just watched this team play like they weren't prepared at all.
It's worse than that. It's fucking worse than that. We had 4 interceptions, 3 bobble plays, 1 scared quarterback, and a partridge in a fucking pear tree. He's done. He's done. Don't tell me about grace, mercy, nothing. He's done. Put that black boy in. Yes, I said black boy. We ain't gonna call him Junebug. He black boy today. Put the black boy in. Take off your chains. Take out your gold teeth. Return that shit to Zales. You ain't even look. Matter of fact, you got to take a Uber home and then sell your house. They was begging us to win the game. How much more fuck-ups do you need to win the game? They were giving it to us. I mean, when somebody take the draws off, there's only 2 things that's going to happen. What are we doing? So, yeah, I'd rather see him for the rest of the season. Look, all this other cute stuff, fuck all that. He's done.
15 plays in the second half.
This right here is what's so frustrating, and oh boy, let you hold on. Go ahead, Ju. I'm gonna let Ju go first before I get my take, man.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Yeah, I just finished watching the game, and I was actually watching the game out at a restaurant on my phone. But when I look at this game, y'all can go ahead and finish what I'm gonna say. What I always say, but when I start off these segments, when we lose a game, there's always 1 to 2 to 3 plays in the game that will change the game. I say it every single week. In this game, I said in my 3 keys to victory, you cannot turn the ball over. When you lose a turnover margin, the way that 4 to 0, that's what happens. You can't turn the ball over, especially in the NFL, and don't think it's going to come back to bite you in the tail. Missed field goal by Younghoe Koo. the miscues. Kirk Cousins wasn't seeing the field well all game. He's real tight right now. He's playing real tight. But when you play these games close to the vest, if you think about it, those interceptions that we throw in the red zone, if you just kick field goals right there, you win this game. So what it really came down to was our miscues. Like, I really feel like right now, and I hate to take the credit away from the Chargers because those guys made the plays when they were there to be made. But I really feel like this Falcons team, we're beating ourselves in a lot of these situations. Like a lot of those passes that Kirk threw were just bad throws. The one that he threw the late out route all the way across the field, that's
a cardinal sin, Jude.
Yes, that's a cardinal sin. Right. That's what I'm saying. That kind of play, you know that as a middle school quarterback. You can't throw that late, that out route late like that. When I seen it, it was a couple plays like that in the game where I got tight every time I seen him throw those comebacks because they was sitting on all of those type of routes. So, like I said, it was the turnovers for me. It was the turnovers. It was the miscues. It was not taking advantage of the plays that were there and not capitalizing in the red zone. We had ample opportunities to get points, and it was so many of those times where we got down in the red zone, and because of the turnovers, you lose that game. Even if those are field goals, you win the game. So that just goes to show you right there. It's the miscues. It's not that we're not a good team. It's that we're not capitalizing. We're not making the plays that are presented to us. We're not doing the fundamentals.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fundamentals. It's the simple, Younghoe Koo missing a 30-some yard field goal early in the game. That swings the tide. Then you get in the red zone. And then in this game, I can't even really get mad at Zach Robinson because they actually established the run in this game. They stuck with the run the whole game. The only gripe I have with Zach Robinson is I don't like a lot of those
aggressive for no reason, going down the field, trying to just establish the passing game where you just need to. The passing game needs to be an asset to the running game, and he's not understanding that for whatever reason. He's not understanding it needs to be an asset to go along with the running game. But he's trying to force his passing game on this offense, and that's what the problem is.
Yeah, I agree. And then those running plays, those fly sweeps, I don't like those fly sweeps. Today they were sitting on those fly sweeps.
Jet sweeps on 3rd and 1 is a cardinal sin.
Yes. And why is it a cardinal sin, K-Styles? Because where's your momentum carrying you when you running sideways? You're not running towards the line of scrimmage. You're running
to the motherfucking sideline.
So you ain't gonna get positive yardage running sideways.
That part.
Not sideways. Okay? Sitting sideways. That's the problem. All right. Let me say this. All right, I'm gonna try to be as clean as I possibly can because I know we on Jude channel too, so I'm gonna be as clean as I possibly can. But I'm not gonna be clean Monday morning. All right, so I'm just gonna be that. I understand that we made a lot of mistakes defensively, special teams, and even offensively. But this entire game is on the shoulders and the head of Kirk Cousins. No mistake about it. You can't throw 4 interceptions in the game as a quarterback. And the mistakes that he was making are fucking embarrassing. This is embarrassing. You're floating the ball up in the air to 3 charges, and he did that at least 5 times where they could have been packed. He could have had at least 6 picks in this game, at the very least. The offensive line was doing a wonderful job protecting. But what he was doing, he was dropping back, taking those 5-step drops, and he was just standing there and not moving up in the pocket. Quarterbacks have to be an asset to their offensive line. The decision making. Like, I'm gonna say this about Kyle Pitts. Yeah, I do believe that he did quit on one route, but he's not even looking at any of his tight ends. All he's looking at is Mooney. Every play he's looking downfield to see Mooney open. And then you're wondering why he's not reading the defense right now. Kirk Cousins is not reading the defense. He's not reading the defense to get the ball to the open guy. He's not managing the hot routes. What the quarterback is supposed to do is manage the hot routes. put this guy. Hey, they about to do this. This guy needs to be open. He's looking for the big play first. And that right there, when you have the running game, it's the dumbest thing in the universe when you got the running game going. It's the dumbest thing in the universe. Listen to what I'm saying. It's the dumbest thing in the universe to try to force the ball downfield when your running game is all you have to do is run play action off of the same plays you getting the running plays from. It's gonna work. Everything. This is why Kyle Shanahan's offense works when his running game is going, because it's the same action off the same plays. What he's doing, what Kirk is doing with these guys, and this is mostly Kirk Cousins' fault because he's in charge of the passing game when he's on the field. All he has to do is audible and put wide receivers in the same place. But what he's doing, he's looking the ball. He's looking down the field first, and this is why Kyle Pitts is not being put in the pass game. And in this instance, this is why Kyle Pitts is not. He's not touching the ball. Everybody trying to figure out like he was touching the ball because it's Kirk Cousins. The last 3 games, I've been noticing that he's been doing this. He's not looking to throw the ball to Charlie Warner. He's not looking to throw the ball to Kyle Pitts. These guys are open in the middle of the field is open, but he's looking downfield. You got a quarterback that had 4 interceptions, and it should have been 6 interceptions on his hit.
What he's doing is he's reverting back to Minnesota, acting like he's only got 1 or 2 receivers.
Excuse me, Juan, but I don't give a damn. Look, I don't give a damn what the fuck he reverting for. I don't look. This game is all on Kirk Cousins because these are cardinal sins for a quarterback.
I agree, but that's basically what he's doing.
I understand that Bijan Robinson is a weapon, but you're not even trying to throw the ball to anybody else.
That's what I'm saying.
For whatever reason, anytime he completes a pass with any receiver, I've been noticing he gets fixated on that one receiver. He stopped throwing the ball because they were giving us the pass to Bijan out of the backfield, but he stopped giving that because he got fixated on Drake London. Drake London was like, this is the problem. This is quarterback stuff. You could as a play call, you can call all the plays that you want, but it's your quarterback to be the general when he's on the field to make sure that these guys understand what the hot routes. He's getting fixated on players. This is something the quarterback should never do. You throw the ball to whatever the defense is giving you. You make sure that you give that ball to that particular person. But he's getting fixated on his weapons,
which is making the offense one-dimensional. Like I said, just like where he had Justin Jefferson, all he would throw to was Justin Jefferson, and he's doing the same shit here.
He's doing the same thing. Like, this cannot happen. These are cardinal sins by quarterback. This is why I said going on. You can check it out. You can check out the replay on the regulator today. I said this game is going to be on Kirk Cousins. This is going to be on Kirk Cousins. Because I saw the bad. It's been the same thing for the last 3 weeks. He's been doing his exact same things. He's getting fixated on his receivers, his hot hand. Sometimes that's good when it's going good, but when it's not going good, it's terrible. This should not happen.
That's why I asked the question on the halftime show is. To me, it just seems like that Michael Penix noise is starting to get to him. It's really starting to get to him, and a lot of these throws that I saw in this game was, like you said, it's been one of the major issues is trying to force the issue instead of taking what the defense gives
you. Yeah.
That's what I really think the problem is. Like you said, the Penix noise is getting louder because they done lost 3 in a row now. So that Penix noise is getting a lot louder. And what's happening now is Kirk is starting to try to force things and try to do too damn much which is pretty much the same thing that I say about any quarterback. What I want to say is don't try to do too damn much.
We said that about like I said, you said the same thing about Ritter, just doing too much. He's doing entirely too much.
And was this said, why didn't we just take the field goals? Bad coaching, bad quarterback play. We were clearly struggling in the red zone. Just dumb.
Because Koo's been hurt, so I understand why he didn't. Koo does have a hip injury right now, so I understand why we were going for it. So I'm not too upset about that. Because they took Koo off the if you know they took him off the kickoff also.
That hip injury is a little bit more than what we initially thought. He missed that first field goal, so like you said, we still having them cool problems. But if you like you said, 15 plays in the second half, you was up. I think you was down 9-6 at that time.
Mm-hmm.
15 plays in the second half that your defense gave up on the LA Chargers. Yeah. So they did what they needed to do.
They did. Raheem
did their job today.
Raheem did a wonderful job of adjustment. That's what I was want. This is what I wanted to see for him, and they answered. They answered my. He didn't let his ego get the best of him. He did the right thing with sticking with Kurt. I don't think that was a mistake. The thing is, when you decide that, and this is something that Jew, and I'm glad I thought about this. So Jew, you come up next, but this is why he was upset with Arthur Smith when he brought in Taylor Heineke. Taylor Heineke was not better than Desmond Ritter, but right now the Falcons have a first-round draft pick that everybody in the universe wanted. All right, we know that he has the talent, and we know this dude got the great arm talent. So the question is, I have for it: do you guys believe that if the reason why he's sticking with Kurt, he's trying to give him every opportunity to prove that he is either gonna fall or he can get better. What do you guys think about him keeping Kirk Cousins in that game? Where you have kept Kirk Cousins in, or you would have brought in Mike Penix?
So this is why I stand when it comes to your question, Mike, about what you would have stayed with Kirk or went to Michael Penix. I would have stayed with Kirk Cousins, but I wonder, do these coaches like talk to their players on the sideline? Because if I was Raheem Morris or whoever's there on the sideline for the offensive side of the ball, and I see that my quarterback is kind of like losing his composure, I would literally go back and remind him throughout the game. Like, yes, during the practice week, you have the prep for the game plan and stuff like that. But once I see him being sporadic and throwing interceptions in the red zone, I'm going to go over there and tell him, calm down. You can throw the ball out of bounds. You can take a sack. What we can't afford is to throw interceptions and get a ball away, because that gives us 0 points. I want to end every drive with 3 points or 7 points. I don't want to end any drives in the red zone. Now, if it's a missed field goal, that's one thing. That wasn't his fault. But in the ones where he was just looking like he was panicking, we can't have them. I don't know if you guys used to play where you say 500 and you just throw it up and it's a group of guys down there trying to catch the ball. We can't keep on this random.
Oh yeah.
Break is down there somewhere. No, we can't do that. That one where they say he just threw it to the back line. You basically gift wrap an interception to them. You can't afford to do that kind of stuff. So I would have stuck with Kirk Cousins. I wouldn't have benched him, but I would have had a conversation like, stop playing hero ball. We don't need you to be the reason that we win the game, but I don't need you to be the reason that we lose the game. Because today, as you said, Mike, he was the reason we lost this game. This is on Kirk Cousins because he know better. You're a veteran. It's no reason why you should be throwing the ball up, just throwing it up for grabs. There's no reason for you to be doing that. You're not a rookie. You've seen every defense that is known to man. You're over a 10-year veteran. You shouldn't be out here just throwing the ball up. That was the main reason we got mad at Desmond Ridder in that Washington game.
Yep.
He just threw the ball up randomly. Drake is over there. I'm just gonna lob it up, recklessly. You can't afford to do that kind of stuff. So I wouldn't have benched him, but I would have had a conversation like, look, we cannot have this.
I gotta stop you. Because I just uploaded a comment. And you, it goes into what you were saying. All right. So Raheem says there won't be any questions about the starting quarterback and Flowery Branch this week. It's up to the Falcons as a team to bounce back, and he believes there is no better man than 18 to do it for us. So what do you guys believe that statement is? This goes along aligns the ego, or this him just trying to be too much of a team, a players coach? What do you got?
That second part.
I'll say it like this. What it is he's trying not to give the mindset of giving up on Kirk already.
Yeah.
He's trying to keep his confidence up as far as, okay, bad game, we're not gonna give up on you. I'm gonna give my personal opinion on this as far as that performance is. Like you said, Mike, I've said this before. When your quarterback, and Juan have said this too, when your quarterback is trying to do too damn much, that's where a lot of mistakes start coming. Like you said, 3rd and 1, you running jet sweeps. You've already told the other team that you have no confidence in your game whatsoever. 2, in those situations where you like I said, if you out of those 4 interceptions, the pick 6, he stared down the receiver. The corner is supposed to make the play on that.
And he threw it late, K-Styles. That was the problem.
That was late in the motherfucker. That motherfucker literally broke on that.
I screamed when I saw it. I was like, oh my God. Look, I don't even drink, and I had to get me a shot of 1800. All right. I don't drink. Okay. I barely drink. And I had to get me a shot of it. Kirk picked off so bad, y'all.
Them 4 interceptions. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm not giving him no mercy. Them 4 interceptions could have been avoided. All 4 of them. Corners or not. First of all, you had a working running game, and anytime I've played sports enough to know when you got an off game, when you're not your best, you go with plan B. You kept trying to push plan A-, and that's what happened. You kept forcing the ball.
My thing is, if you. And I know a lot of people may say, well, the running game wasn't dominant today. If your quarterback is throwing picks like that, it is looking very shaky. You go back to this is why I say runneth the damnest ball. The thing about it is you want to make it to a point where your quarterback starts getting comfortable. The problem is once we started running the ball and we was running the ball and then that's where the big chunk plays started coming. What ended up happening? Now they started relying on the passing game again.
They went right back to it. He's trying to force his passing game. That's the same thing that Arthur Smith did. He tried to force his passing game instead of the passing game being an asset of the offense. All right. How the passing game is an asset, it just depends on what type of runs that are at that particular time are successful. All game, the Falcons had done well running to the kind of like, it's not really off tackle, but it's kind of that wham, those wham blocks, the wham plays up the middle.
The thing about the run game that happened today is the only run plays that was getting negative yardage was the bullshit trick plays.
Yeah, and I said that. You first of all, when you are a rookie, and I'm gonna say this, when you are a rookie, play caller, and you're going against a veteran team, you don't have to do tricks. You don't need to do them. You go with what works. The run game was working. If you notice, they'll run to the right with Bijan. Most of the time, if Tyler was in there, sometimes they'll run to the left. you were getting it. If you wanted to pass the ball, you should have dink and dunked it. What you trying to throw downfield for? Their defense couldn't stop the run.
You know what? You know what's funny, y'all? This is what I mean by coaches are so infatuated with their game plan. They don't understand that, like, sometimes you just gotta go away from that type of stuff. This is all season as Falcons have been trying to do that. Go outside to get yards instead of just like, look, this is what we are, this is who we are. We have success doing this. Stop trying to do that. You remember the game where Bijan Robinson got stopped? They went outside. Bijan Robinson got stopped outside. The same thing. Every time we get in short, everybody knows exactly what we're gonna do in those short yardages. Every freaking time. We've lost just like this every single time because we get third and short and we want to go outside. I don't know what Zach Robinson is thinking, but the whole NFL understands that when it gets third and short, you're going to go outside. Everybody knows it. And they're just stacking. They're stacking the box. It happened in Pittsburgh. It happened against the Chiefs, and we seeing it is happening now. And it's been happening all year. You have a tail. And this is why I was so upset with Raheem, is because now he changed everything up with the secondary now. He changed everything up with the secondary. They start blitzing.
Mike, I got a question before you keep going.
Stand up front. Go ahead, dude.
I got a question for you, Mike, and I'm gonna let you keep going. You see what happens? It's a magical how we can all of a sudden get pressure when our guys ain't playing 8 yards off the ball. Oh, now we got 5 sacks all of a sudden.
That part. You say it again.
Say that again.
When you get up on these wide receivers and let them smell your breath a little bit, it's funny how all of a sudden now Grady and them guys can get home. I told you, if you just press up on these guys, stop being afraid for a big play to happen. Yeah, Ladd McConkey had that big play, but so what? Get up on these guys. Put some pressure. Don't give up nothing easy. Like, the defense played good today, but the reason that they played better is because they finally adjust. Think about it, we would have adjusted 2 games ago. You probably wouldn't have dropped those 2 games coming out of the bye or going into the bye if you just played better defense.
But you think about it like this. Remember, we was getting home. There was no big plays to be had. Even with that one play that did get out, Justin Herbert didn't know what to do. Exactly. And then, like Mike said, the defense, the offensive line was skittish the rest of the game because they didn't know we was gonna blitz.
Hey, look. I'm gonna say it like this with you. How y'all like that Jimmy Lake defense now today?
Hey, boy, you better preach it. That's exactly what happened. He allowed Jimmy Lake to do his thing. He starts sending corners off the edge. And let me say something. Let me say this to this guy today. Okay, y'all know how I feel about Mr. 17. Y'all know how I feel about 17. He's still 17 until he put it back to back. Okay,
pew 17.
Pew 17. Look, I love what I saw about him today. He was very aggressive. He wasn't standing the spot. And the thing, what I love most about him is they move him around. He didn't stay on one side of it. He was playing on the right side and the left side. That's exactly what you see. These are the things what happen when you allow your defensive guys to give you ideas. This is what happens when you allow them to give you ideas and you listen to them and you get aggressive. AK balled his ass off today, and I'm proud of that shit. But like I said, I'm not gonna be off of his good. I'm not gonna be off of it until we see it consistently. We need to see this consistently. I don't want to get aggressive this game and then go right back to that soft zone defense that we said. These guys defensively, Grady Jarrett, Grady Jarrett looked like he was 25 again. Like, what are we doing, bro? So the defense played like even Justin Simmons, he looked great. Jesse Bates looked great. Man, that boy D Alford, man. We got to get that man. We got to get him some money. That boy is a baller. That boy is a baller. That man he played his behind off. All right. Got to give that shit we got to give that up to D Alford. Wonderful job. Him and Clark Phillips, AJ, Doughboy, those 3 cats right there, they did their thing, man. So we got this 199. Thank you, Beasley, being a home game. I believe he said, I wanted to cry. And look, right. That's what he's saying. Being at the game, I wanted to cry. And look, bro, like I said, we losing way too many games. We losing way too many games at home. That's embarrassing.
And Fred Buff with the $2 here, he said Kirk is on the hot seat if Raheem addressed it.
I haven't seen the whole, but I don't like that statement. He can go to hell with that statement, Raheem, talking about Kurt is our guy. No, he's not. Yeah, what they gonna do. There's no reason for a quarterback. See, these are some cardinal sin throws. He had time in the pocket, brother. That's the crazy part. He had time in the pocket. He still threw lollipops in the air. Guys were open. Well, I heard the commentator say, look, we had these guys, a lot of them wasn't on the front end, they weren't, but a lot of guys on the back side of the plays, they were open. And Kurt's not even looking at them. He's just, if it ain't open on the front side, he's lollipopping and throwing it in the air. And that's the problem. And teams know that. That's what's happening with Kurt. They shutting off the front side of the play, which is his strong side, and they know he's not looking to they know Kurt is not looking to his backside unless it's throwing it to check down to Bijan Robinson. And that's what's happening with this Flying Falcons. Kirk Cousins he's not helping his offense at all.
So that's why I'm asking the question here is, and Jew one, like you said, I'm gonna ask y'all this, and I'm gonna ask everybody in the question. Is that do you believe that Michael Penix talk is starting to get to Kirk?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, it is, because if you look at
after you.
Okay,
Go
yeah.
ahead, Drew. What you think, Drew?
Let one fin, and then we get to Drew after that.
Yeah, because the thing of it is, here's the deal. You just came off a bye week. What are you pressured about? If you got to get the win after you got that first touchdown, there shouldn't have been no pressure. You should have been saying, okay, all we got to do is just manage the game, don't make no mistakes, win it, and we'll be good. He's in his head. Why? Because he's trying to play hero ball. Anytime quarterbacks start trying to play hero ball, it's two things. Either they're down by more than 2 scores, or he's worried about the other guy on the bench. Why? Because of what happened last game. You can't come into this game with your mind still on what happened in last game. And that's what happened. He's totally playing from last week. He's totally playing from last week, and he's worried they're gonna get rid of him, just like what happened with Ritter.
Hey, Truth. Before we gonna try to keep it as clean as possible. We on Jude's channel, so he kind of run I won't say PG, but you try to keep it clean, so you can come in here with the tape. Just try to be respectful as possible. Yeah, I know we upset. I give you opportunity to really go in and land on the night on Mad Mike if you really want that. All right, Jude, go ahead.
What's going on, OG? All he's saying is don't get suspended on my watch.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, what's going on, OG?
That part right there.
Nah, for real. When I look at it with this whole Michael Penix thing, I do think that it's starting to get to Kirk Cousins. But one thing about Tom Brady, you guys know, Mike know I despise Tom Brady. I don't like Tom Brady. But one thing that I loved about Tom Brady was he understood how to read a room. Do you guys remember that Super Bowl with the Rams and Patriots? And it was like 9-3. It was an ugly game. Like they literally was like one big play made. And I think was Gronk went up the seam. He caught the ball and they end up I think scoring like 1 touchdown. But it was an ugly Super Bowl. I really feel like what this Falcons team is struggling with, and this is why I be talking about the Kansas City Chiefs. We're struggling with knowing how to read a room. In this game, the Chargers was not scoring. If they're not scoring, that was the reason I went off. Mike knows the reason I went off in the Carolina game that we lost with Desmond Ridder when he threw that late pick. It's like, read the room. What type of game are you in? Last week or 2 weeks ago in Denver, they were scoring touchdowns. The defense won't get any stops. So I understand, okay, Kirk Cousins is pressing. He's trying to make a big play because he see the defense can't stop. So he felt like, I got to make a play. I can't afford to throw no balls out of bounds. In this game, the points are at a premium. It's a defensive struggle. Nobody's really putting up points. There's no reason for you to start pressing and start trying to play hero ball, as you just heard Juan said. Whether you hear the talks or not, because at the end of the day, it comes down to getting the W. Whether we kick 10 field goals, if we walk off with that field with a W, that's all that matters. And that's what Kirk Cousins has to get back to. This Falcons team has to get back to the basics. Forget how it looks. You want to leave with a W. I don't care if you win by 1 point. I don't care if you win by 50 points. As long as you walk out off the field with a W, and that's why I mentioned Tom Brady, because Tom Brady was one of those quarterbacks. If you look at all of their Super Bowls for the most part, they came down to what? An Adam Vinatieri field goal. Why is that? Because he understood I can't afford to turn the ball over. The Patriots was known for what? We not going to beat ourselves. And what we doing right now is beating ourselves. So at this point, Kirk is feeling the pressure. He's feeling the pressure, and he's thinking like, I got to make every play. And like I said, and I'm going to say it one more time, I said it earlier. Son, I don't need you to be the reason that we win the game, but I don't need you to be the reason that we lose the game. I just need you to manage it. That's all we needed him here for. The reason people said that Desmond Ridder needed to go because he kept turning the ball over. Well, Kirk ain't looking no better right now. He's turning the ball over at an alarming rate. And that's the reason why those last year, when I talked about those games that came down to one possession that we were losing last year, early in the year, we were winning those games because Kirk wasn't making those key mistakes at pivotal moments. Now he's reverting back. And now we're looking like last year's team where every single game we're making that pivotal mistake, that game changing. Like I said, a 1 to 2 plays in a game that'll change, win or lose you the game. Now it flipped upside down. And now the games we were winning early in the game, early in the season, we're starting to lose those games because now we're reverting back to what Desmond Ridder was doing. We're turning the ball over too much. That's the difference. The turnovers. Stop turning the ball over, and you win a lot of these games.
Doing too damn much.
I always say that, doing too damn much. Go ahead, OG.
This team, man, this team, they not. They not a playoff team, man. We don't have a playoff type coach. Kirk was shitty, but it was more than Kirk Cousins. Like Koo missing almost an extra point. You got a guy. If your kicker is hobbled, why don't you have another kicker over there? Run a jet sweep on 3rd and 1 twice. I'm at a loss for words, man. We not. I try to tell some of our fans earlier to temper their expectations about us making these damn Super Bowl predictions. I said, hold up. Let's win a game first. Let's win first or something. Now, as soon as we signed Matthew Judon, after we signed Matthew Judon, now we're ready for the Super Bowl. Where has Matthew Judon been for the last 11 weeks of my life?
Yeah, he's been a disappointment.
I have zero confidence in this team right now. You can call me a butthurt fan. Okay. Have at it. I've been called worse by better folk. Now we got to hear the noise about starting Penix before he ready. Haven't we seen this movie before?
Yeah, we saw it. Actually, when we actually had Vic, this reminiscent of 2001 when we had.
I ain't talking about that movie. I ain't talking about that movie.
No, he talking about the Desmond Ridder thing.
Yeah. No. I know that. I was getting into that. I'm saying this has been a thing though. This has been a thing with the Atlanta Falcons. We always have a veteran quarterback, and then the young guy come in. The young guy, the older guy, always fold. This what happened to Chris Chandler with Mike Vick. He got off to a horrible start, and we end up benching him. And I think Vic got his start like week 9, somewhere in there because he was playing so bad. And then obviously we got with Desmond Ridder, and then right now we right back in that same little song.
So now everybody's screaming for Penix. Now what's gonna happen if Penix ain't ready?
Well, he's not ready. He's not ready. The thing is,
I know that you know that, but what's gonna happen if he's not ready? They're gonna kill him just like they did Ridder.
Yeah, of course.
Yep. Same folks who screaming for Penix now were screaming for Ridder. when Mariota was screwing up. All right. So now you screaming for Penix because you're mad about how much money Kirk got, which I can care less about what go in his pocket. Because all of them go out there and don't lose.
And I'm about to say, Jay Black with the $5 here. He said, "Rise up all day, every day. Panel, tell me how many play action plays were called today. Not that many.
Not that many, and that's why I said this is a coaching issue on top of it. Like I said, it's just this game is really on Kirk Cousins for one reason only, and you kind of alluded to it. You can't not throw the ball. You can't throw 4 picks as a quarterback. That can't happen. Like once you throw the first 2, you got to calm yourself down and say, all right, if I got to take check downs until I get back into a rhythm, I have to do that. So that's another thing as a veteran quarterback, because it's not a young guy. He's not young. A young guy will actually learn that, and this is why he was talking about Tom Brady. Tom Brady's like, you gotta check the temperature in the room. Like if the game is one of those slobber knockers where we running the ball well, but we're not passing the ball well. Like we just got to calm down, check the ball down and do what's necessary to get the win. The Falcons are not checking the temperature of the room.
Mm-hmm. Your Fuego say, who called Ferreira? I'm about to say you might as well go. You might need to go back to that 2022 season with a lot of your favorite. I want you to check the temperature.
I can't believe he asked that.
Yeah, I'm about to say you might want to recant this statement right here, because it's a lot of motherfuckers and a lot of your favorite Falcon people that was calling for Ritter when Mariota was fucking up.
Come on, bro. I can't believe he asked that. Okay.
I can't believe. Yeah. Okay. That's a jack.
Maybe he asked that question. Maybe he's asking that question because
because if I remember this name correctly, you was one of the main ones that was called for Ritter when he wasn't ready neither. Now
that's when he was doing cartwheels on the field, and
I remember that name in particular. I remember when Mariota started fucking up.
Everybody now want to get amnesia.
Yeah,
she don't live here.
Want to get amnesia.
You got to stand on what you said.
Mm-hmm.
We've got receipt.
Yep, we got receipts. So don't try to lie your way out of this. We kept
go ahead and swallow that tussin. Go ahead and swallow that tussin. Don't back out now. Say it with your chest.
No, Fuego. No. I remember Fuego was one of them motherfuckers that did too. Because you got to remember the quote unquote #1 Falcon fan content creator put a petition out for Ritter. Yeah, I think y'all forgot about that, didn't you?
Yeah, you sure did. Yep,
y'all forgot about that, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had a whole petition.
Fuego, you remember that? You remember that, did you?
Yeah, every time there's a quarterback, there's a controversial quarterback, that same guy always put up petitions and whatnot.
At the end of the day, if we turn the Penix, we're gonna get what we got last year. As OG said, we didn't seen this movie before. What we need to do is adjust. That's it. Adjust. And we keep hearing it over and over. OG just said it. It's the coaching. That's why I just said, do these coaches talk to the players? Because if I have a player, you guys know I coach little league basketball. It's common sense. When you call a timeout, you're supposed to talk to your players and say, look, what the heck are y'all looking at those tablets for on the sideline after you're supposed to go over there and say, look, Kurt, I don't need you to be Superman today. I just need you to be Clark Kent. Don't turn it over. That's what I would have told him. When he threw that pick 6, forget about it. Forget you even do that ball. But guess what? Take what they're giving you. That's as simple as that. You ain't gotta have no long, drawn out, soliloquy for them. All you gotta say is you don't gotta be the hero. The defense is playing well enough. The running game is doing this thing. Just don't lose the game. That's all you had to say. As simple as that. 2-3 sentences and left them alone. You ain't have to scream, holler, nothing. All you gotta say is, Kirk, I don't need you to be Superman. All I need you to do, we brought you here because last year what got us beat was those crucial back-breaking interceptions and turnovers when we in the red zone in scoring range. I just wanted every single drive to end with some points because the Chargers ain't moving the ball on our defense.
I noticed one thing too that I didn't. I'm wondering where those plays, the screenplays. I mean, he just totally X the screenplays out of the game plan. This is one of those games that should have been a screen, the check downs and getting rid of the ball. Because Kurt, he's not seeing the ball. He's not seeing the field well. He was panicky. So this is what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day. It's like, yes, quarterbacks play well, but like when the quarterback isn't playing well, you don't keep telling him to throw the ball. Like, I don't care what year he's in. He's not seeing the ball well. It's not like where the game where Matt Ryan was, he had, like 400 or 500 yards passing. I think it was against Arizona. He had like 4 interceptions, like 5 touchdowns and whatnot. He was just on. He was just very aggressive. This wasn't Kurt this time. He wasn't successful in this game. So you don't stay aggressive when the quarterback is obviously he's struggling. And I think that right there is bad awareness and it's bad coaching.
Look. Let me say this with Fuego. Let me say this right quick. Your favorite Falcon content creator literally bragged about putting a post out about starting Desmond Ritter. Not a post, a petition after a bad Marcus Mariota game. And if I remember correctly, you was in there agreeing with it. There's a lot of people in here that say they didn't. That was in there doing the same thing.
No.
Now, hold on. Let me say this.
I know who.
Is anybody comparing Ritter to Penix? No. But when you have a bad game, what's the first thing that you're going to do? You're going to go ahead and you're going to call for the young guy. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you talking about shit? Never mind. Yeah. Your name was in that petition from that said content creator that did that.
It's a lot of people that the point is hold on. The thing is,
look. I'm about to say I'm not going. Look. If I'm gonna go ahead and pull up that said content creator name that did that after a bad game like this, trust me, I'm gonna find your name. I'm gonna find your name in that live too. But trust me, I was in the same one.
Yeah. So
exactly.
The point is that we all get emotional over games, especially game and during the games. Like I said, I always tell people I'm the worst one. Today was one of those days I had to drink something to kind of cool me down. Like I was losing it. I hate bad quarterback play. And it's not even just bad play, it's the decision making that I saw for Kurt. It was awful today. And this is why, like, as a quarterback, you can't make the thing is it's not incompletions, it's not guys dropping the ball, it's not the accuracy issues, it's the decision making with quarterback. Like, he was lobbing balls when, like, we could have easily won this by a couple of we could have won this game by a field goal, but he was throwing picks. We dominated the second half offensively. And Kurt, and this is what Jude was talking about. Kurt threw 3 interceptions when we were dominating the second half. This game is on him.
Right.
He literally threw an interception for a pick 6. That's the game right there.
A pick 6 on an out route that he literally stared down the whole time.
He didn't have
I'm gonna be honest with you. The corner that picked him off twice literally broke off on both of those damn. He broke off on both of them just to pick them.
Mm-hmm.
The first one he broke off a deep post route to get to Drake London and pick that off, and then the second one he got it for a pick 6.
And what did the announcer say? He stared him down every time.
Mm-hmm.
He stared him down every time.
5 chances and 4 interceptions.
When I seen him pump fake, I said we in trouble. Because when you're doing a 3-step drop and you pump fake, you already too late. Because he could have thrown another interception when he pump fake and then try to throw it. You can't pump. When that ball got to come out, or you got to take the sack, or you got to throw it away. Those are your 3 options. It ain't throwing it late. That's never the right option. And Mike will tell you that. That's never the right option to throw it late.
No.
If you're going to throw it late, it better be going out of bounds.
Because
exactly.
Let me tell y'all about the route. See, the thing is too, everybody say Kyle Pitts quit on that play, but the ball placement wasn't even in the right spot. The corner is already playing inside. He threw the ball inside.
You talking about on the interception?
On the one that was incomplete. The ball placement was out on the corner was playing Kyle Pitts. He was playing Kyle Pitts outside shoulder. Inside. He was playing the inside. The ball, Kirk threw it inside. So what you're asking Kyle Pitts to do is to run through the guy. The ball placement is not where it's supposed to be. That ball, if you're going to throw that in, if you're going to run the thing with a dig route, you got to throw it right on him or high. He threw it way inside when the corner was already playing that. That's why the dig route, you throw a dig route right there. With a dig route, you either throw it high or on him.
Cause I think where the biggest issue came was on the first incomplete pass that he threw. The Mooney was wide open. He threw that shit in the dirt. I think a lot of people were looking like, this is gonna be one of them days.
That's where it was. It was on the crossing route. The corner was already playing the inside, and Kirk threw it to the inside. That's a bad pass.
That's why I asked the question. That's why I said I kind of have a weird feeling that this Michael Penix shit is really getting to him now, because I'm just looking at, because if you're a veteran quarterback and you're pressing like that, like I said, that could only be one thing. And the problem is when you're having it, like I said, this is one thing if you had a team coming into the season where you didn't really have a lot of expectations. But you're coming into a season where there's a lot of expectations on this team, especially when the main thing was, well, we're only a quarterback away from being contenders, and you're making mistakes like this, and a lot of the losses that we've had have been on these said mistakes. So of course people are going to be calling for your job. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what's going to come down to.
What you expect? You playing like shit. You playing like absolute crap.
Well, the thing is, you basically outran the South. You swept one of the teams that you would have had to break a tie with. Yeah, the expectation is for you to get better, because you ain't supposed to outrun the South and then get worse.
Look, let me tell y'all something about it. I don't hear nothing about no tight end running routes. Okay, it's not many tight ends in the league that can run routes. Okay, they use their body. The quarterback is supposed to be the guy that get those big. When you run a four, look, Kyle Pitts is a guy that he came into the league not running routes well. That's why they put him at tight end at Florida. He was never a great route runner. Tight ends don't run great routes. Everybody ain't Brock Bowers. Okay, not everybody is Tony Gonzalez. If you look at Tony Gonzalez, he don't run great routes. He know how to be big. He was never a great route runner. He knew how to be big, and the quarterback he taught the quarterback how to get him the ball.
Look, I'll be honest with you. Shit, I didn't even know he threw the ball to goddamn Kyle Pitts today. I guess that play I didn't pay a damn attention.
Yes, I was saying it to you.
At the end of the day, we trying to reinvent the wheel. That's all we saying. And for everybody in the chat, as I said, this game was here to be won. The Chargers are not world beaters. We beat ourselves. They made the plays when they were there to be made, but Kirk Cousins was throwing that ball all over the place. He was acting like he was a rookie. He was playing like a rookie. Calm down. That's all they had to tell him was, Kirk, calm down. We don't need you to be the savior. Forget what you heard in the media. We need you to win, because when you win, guess what? I don't care if he threw 10 interceptions. If he would have won today, everybody mouth would have been shut.
I wouldn't even say he played like a rookie, because the one thing about playing like a rookie is you would expect those mistakes. No, he played like a motherfucker that was scared to lose his job.
Yeah,
Right there.
because what's the cardinal rule on that?
I agree with both of y'all on that. That's what I think he definitely was. He's scared of losing his job, and he played like Ricky. I just saw some bad mistakes that just shouldn't happen for a guy.
What's the cardinal thing that we always say? You put the ball in your playmaker's hands. That means you don't have to be the hero. And we weren't in a game where we were down 2 scores where we had to do that. He did that all on his own.
He was trying to prove a point.
Mm-hmm.
Problem. Mm-hmm. It's no point to be proven. The point is win. I don't need you to have 500 yards passing. That's why I say sometimes when you have that game that's like crazy good, the expectations go through the roof. And now he's trying to reach back and grab that, and we don't need that. We don't need it. The Chargers, you didn't need 500 yards today to beat them. You didn't. You didn't need to throw 4 touchdowns today to beat them. All you needed to do was not turn the ball over. That's it.
Yeah. Say it again, Jew. You said he trying to relive that 500 game, and he's thinking that's the only way that he's going to be loved here. Nah, bro, you got to play like you said. You came into this season saying, "Oh, I'm gonna be the point guard. I'm going to distribute to the guys." Now, as we know, as point guards, a lot of times you could try to force it, but the thing about the best offense on basketball is if you distribute it to the guy that's open.
The best point guards understand every player's on the floor's strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah. Right.
That's why I love Rajon Rondo. Rajon Rondo can't shoot consistently, but he ain't launching 100 threes neither. He knows how to get everybody else involved. He know how to get to his spots when it's time to get to his spot and score. And he know what everybody around him do well. Like Mike said, he know that Kyle Pitts is not good at running routes. So why are you throwing the ball where it don't need to be? That's on Kirk. That's not on Pitts.
Yeah. I know what type of wide receiver. Look, I always say this. My baby brother, my brother next to me, all right, 6'6". He's about Kyle Pitts size. I'll just say that. I knew he wasn't born with the speed that I have. He had athleticism, but he wasn't born with the speed. So I knew it was certain things that he couldn't. I knew it was certain things that I couldn't throw the ball to. I couldn't say, all right, go get it. Just lay it out there and say, go get it. I had to put him on him. He had great hands, but as a quarterback, you got to understand when you need to put it on somebody, or somebody like it low, somebody like it high. If a guy just not a great route runner, you got to understand these things. This is why I'm saying, like, even as an offensive coordinator, you got to understand it. This is why if you look at Travis Kelce is not the athlete that he used to be. And Andy Reid knows that. So he called these screens. He called these little quick slants, these curl routes and certain things to get in the ball. This is what you need to know. This is why I'm saying, like, these offensive coordinators, they're not helping these players be great. They're not helping them get the ball. If I know that Kyle Pitts is not a great route runner, why am I constantly sitting him on fly routes and big routes and stuff like that? You know he's not great at those routes. So let him be big.
Stick routes, crossing routes, slants.
That's it. That's what you need to call. Why are you calling all this stuff? You know he's not a great route runner. You know when he plays against certain corners and certain athletic DBs, you know he's not gonna beat them because he's not a great route runner. It's crazy.
But I'm about to say we about to go ahead and get up on out of here because goddamn, I got some more drinking to do after this shit. But like I said, we're gonna get everybody's final thoughts on this. We're gonna start it off with Juan, and then we're gonna go to Jew. Man, what's your final take on this game, man?
Well, you see where we at right now. We 6-6. You give away the season, It's on y'all. Because remember, and I said this a couple shows ago, we're in a prime position. We may not be in this position next season, even with the improvement. We're not guaranteed our run us off next season. So why are you pissing away our season right now doing goofy stuff? We're not guaranteed. So I'm saying whatever games we got left need to be won. Whatever games we got left need to be won. Because if not, trust me, Blank gonna have a long talk with his team, especially the coaching staff. Everybody got to do their job. Everybody. Like I said, I'm not giving anybody no mercy. You want to win it? Go out there and win it.
Mm-hmm. What you got, Drew?
This the last thing I'm gonna say. When it comes to this team in general, we just got to do the fundamentals. Get back to the basics. That's all we got to do. We'll win the South if we just do the Barney basics. The stuff that we're doing, we're shooting ourselves in the foot. A lot of these games that we're losing, teams are not really beating us. We're beating ourselves. And that's what I hate to see. That's why I got so upset last year with the whole Arthur Smith thing, is because I just felt like we were beating ourselves. And that's what I feel like with this team. We were better than the Chargers. We're a better team than the Chargers. But for whatever reason, Kirk is listening to the press. We reading our own clippings, as they say. We're reading the newspaper. We're reading these articles instead of just doing the Barney basics. When you get back to just the fundamentals, just don't lose the game. We don't need anybody to play hero ball. We need everybody to just do their job. That's it. If we do that, we can beat anybody on this schedule. We can lose to anybody on this schedule when you play like you played today. When you give that's why they call them giveaways. When you get a ball away, you turn it over. This is what you get. You don't win a lot of games in the pros when you turn the ball over. You lose the turnover battle. So that was the difference in this game, is the turnovers. But can we bounce back from it? Yes. But guess what we face the next week? The Minnesota Vikings. They got a very aggressive defense. So if you thought the Chargers defense was good, they finna put all kind of pressure on Kirk Cousins. So hopefully Kirk Cousins goes back to the basics and realizes, I just can't turn it over. That's all he got to come into this week saying. Don't turn the ball over. That's it. Play a clean game. That's all I want to see from Kirk Cousins. I don't care how many yards he passes for. I just want him to play clean. Justin Herbert this year got 1 interception on the season. That's the reason why the Chargers got 8 wins. Because this man only turned the ball over 1 time as far as interceptions. That's the difference between winning and losing in the pros. And that's all I got.
And I'm going to let Mike close it out, but I'm going to say this. Yo, way cool. Your new name is Doug Funny. You the guy with the golden toe that can't kick worth shit right now.
Oh my God.
Kirk Cousins' new nickname is Brucey from The Longest Yard. Talking about, I want to play quarterback. Why can't I play quarterback and throw like shit? Mm-hmm. That's what he's been looking like the last few games. The thing about it that comes down to this is this team had higher expectations and we're literally having the same results. So if a lot of the fans are going to give this team a lot of flack, Raheem Morris a lot of flack, it's going to be deserving. Because we were told as a fan base, we was told by the media and by the team itself that that the only thing that held you back was the quarterback position. We'd have seen this role played for 4 years in a row. There's a bigger problem going on right now, and somebody needs to goddamn fix it.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it is these Falcons that lost 3 games in a row. It don't get no easier from here. Because you got Minnesota who's playing well now. You got Washington who's playing well right now. That second Carolina game isn't a guarantee. And neither is that Vegas game. So at this point in time right now, the Falcons went from controlling their own destiny to now they fighting for their very lives, all in 1 week. So whatever adjustments you got to make, if you believe in Kirk Cousins, hey, that's fine. Change the motherfucking game plan. Make the shit easier. If you don't believe in Kirk Cousins and you want to put in Michael Penix, that's fine. At the end of the day, y'all need to get this shit straight. Or Raheem Morris, these motherfucking Falcon fans and this media coming for your ass. And if they do, I'm not going to be mad at you. I can't defend it on it. Because the expectations were a lot different than when Arthur Smith first came here. That's all I got to say on that.
So for me, this is why I say this Falcons team is I just think the offensive coordinator and they're not making conservative effort to get the ball to their tight ends. The last 3 games the Falcons have had a total of 9 receptions, and most of them has been to Kyle Pitts. So they know for a fact that the Falcons are not even touching the ball in the middle. They know they're not even going to pass the ball to their tight ends. They know that. Like defense, that's why they're sitting on all the out routes, because they know the Falcons are not even thinking about getting the ball to their tight ends. If it ain't Drake London in the middle field, they're not even trying to throw to their tight end. Charlie Warren out there is literally just for blocking purposes. And they know they're not going to try to even throw to their tight ends. Every last one of them, everything that we've with our tight ends, from Ross Dwelly, Charlie Warner, Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts is the only person they thrown to. And not like you can't have an offense where everything is predictable. You know, when those guys on the field, they're not even a threat in the passing game. And this is why they stacking the line and stuff like that. So again, as an offensive coordinator, you have to take what the defense is giving you. And the Falcons aren't doing that because they're so infatuated with trying to create numbers and a look for Zach Robinson. That's just my honest opinion. They're trying to make Jack Robinson look like he's a genius and know how to get the ball to the wide receivers instead of just winning games. They're too focused on their identity, and they're not focused on winning games. And that's that right there. So until the Falcons change that, we're gonna keep saying this. All right. There's no reason why if I'm gonna say it like this, and that's why I'll close out with. If I draft Bijan Robinson in the first round at 8, I'm giving him the fucking ball. I don't care if he don't look. I'm gonna give him 4 years to prove, and I'm gonna give the ball to him every chance I can possibly get. Every chance I get, I'm gonna give him the ball. If I drafted Kyle Pitts, I don't give a damn if I have to run 15 screens in a row to give him the ball. I'm running 15 screens for Kyle Pitts. They're not even doing that. So the coaches are wasting talent because they're not even trying to get these guys in the game. That's the problem that we're having. You're wasting talent, not even giving the guys the ball. They can find a way to give Tyler Algier touches, but you can't. You trying to tell me with a straight freaking face that you can't find ways to get Kyle Pitts the ball? Like, come on, bro. Don't play me. Don't play with me like that. Don't play with me like that because it's not true whatsoever. If Brock Bowers can get halfback passes and give him, you can get the ball. You can give him the ball or the toss sweep. You can do the same thing for Kyle Pitts. I don't want to hear the excuses about not Kyle Pitts ain't getting open. Well, you need to be designing something to get him open. I don't know if you. I don't give a damn if you have to have 3. I don't care if you have to have 3 offensive linemen just to give him the ball. Give him the ball. Find a way to give him the ball. There's no reason why a number 4 overall pick like that shouldn't even be touching the ball the whole game. That's no excuse for that. You was a play call. You're supposed to be creative enough to get these guys the ball, and it's not happening. So with that being said, we're going to expand on that throughout the week. I got the Man Mike in the morning. I will have that going. Jude's going to have that. Hopefully, what's the word on Tuesday? And Juan is going to be hosting the originators on Monday evening. So with that being said, K-Town, you want to take us out, man?
Man, we go. Only thing I leave this off with is, Mike, you just said something. It sounds like they trying to turn Zach Robinson into goddamn into Dave Ragone. But we're gonna have that conversation later on. So until next time, people, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and continue to support the Unholy Alliance. Everybody that's involved, Mad Mike Sports, Utah Sports. Like you said, the Mr. Tactician, 6MK Live. We're gonna have Coach and AFN go on right afterwards. They probably might be coming on here in the next 15, 20 minutes. Hey, man. Hey, this was a disappointing loss, y'all. I say, if you need to drink something, y'all definitely go ahead and drink something. Once Tuesday comes, we ain't talking about this game no goddamn more.
Absolutely, we done.
We're gonna let the Lady Birds close this week off. So, hey man, y'all get the rest of y'all evening back, and like you say, y'all just make sure y'all being safe out here. And we out.
Sir. Yes, sir.
So until next time, people, we ain't here to play.
Oh no,
we here to stay.
Oh yeah, nigga.
You ain't gotta go home,
but do your job.
Peace.
Peace, Tony Johnson, Groove, all y'all.